This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. So far, so good. We've had a few strong storms today, but nothing like yesterday. So is the storm threat diminishing? Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel has the latest on this severe weather alert day. Paige?
Yeah, Steve, actually the severe threat is diminishing. That's some good news as we head into the overnight hours. Of course, can't rule out a few showers and storms still possible as we still have that slight risk in some of our area. Let's go ahead and take you into pinpoint Doppler. You'll notice those stronger showers and storms that we saw to really our north, really that big Sandy region. That's moved off into the Charleston area. We're still seeing a strong downpour into Lawrence County, moving into Wayne County, West Virginia, Louisa area. But other than that, we're actually seeing those showers diminish just a little bit. You can see that really over the past hour or so. We've seen those start to get out of here, and really over the past 6 hours you could see that main line that really moved in earlier. We had a few pop-up showers and storms ahead of that main line that's now moving in, and some of those were on the stronger side. Definitely saw some gusty winds and some light hail, but none were on the severe side. Saw a little bit more cloud cover today, I think, which kept us a little bit less on the severe side. So they have pulled back that slight risk. You can remember it was all the way down into London a few hours ago, but we still have Pike County and other counties in there. That includes Floyd, Johnson, in Martin County and Lawrence County as well. So those are still in that risk as we head into the overnight hours. Could still see a few more pop-up showers and storms, but I do think we are out of that for now. I'll have a look at that full forecast and tomorrow's forecast as well, coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Paige. Well, folks in Floyd County continue to clean up following that deadly storm yesterday. High winds came through quickly, ripping the roof off a building in downtown Prestonsburg and causing damage that left one man dead. 61-year-old Michael Coleman of Pike County was killed when the roof fell on his truck. You will hear from his family coming up in the next half hour. 17 volunteers are in Ohio this week helping people recover from tornadoes. The group of Kentucky Baptist relief workers are cutting away trees and limbs and giving hope to people who need it. WYMT's Phil Pendleton is there to show us what they are doing.
This is Beaver Creek, Ohio. This is Clubside Drive. This is not one of the hardest hit areas, but there is still a lot of cleaning up to do. And a group of Kentucky Baptists are here to lend a big helping hand.
So I figured it'd be a week before we saw him.
David Kowalski did not suffer the devastating damage some of his townsfolk did, but it's still a big headache wondering what to do when part of a massive tree crashed down across both his and his neighbors' backyards.
They can't believe you're here doing it.
Big or small, every job is important to the 17 volunteers with Kentucky Baptist Relief who make it their mission to help people.
We just want to show the love of Christ in us, be his hands and feet here in the Dayton area.
God bless you. All right, God bless These guys are hard to miss with their matching yellow shirts, and even before their work began, the thanks were already coming their way.
I have had people to stop me in the street driving down the road and just roll the window down and start crying and say, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. We need your help.
I just think it's awesome. It's fantastic that they left their home, they left their families to come and help us, and I really appreciate it.
Removing a tree from your property can be very, very expensive, and some people, I am told, and very sadly, will charge the elderly a lot of money to have it done. Kentucky Baptists say what they do carries no price tag. And a lot of people tell me what they do is simply priceless. In Beaver Creek, Ohio, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Before leaving each home, the men leave the homeowner with a Bible signed by all the men working on the crew. 2 women in Laurel County are charged after deputies say they were high while caring for their children. Deputies arrested Carrie Garland and Sandra Estep. A social services complaint led to the call to deputies. Both women are charged with wanton endangerment and marijuana possession. A former Kentucky teacher is accused of sending nude photos to a former student. According to his arrest warrant, Jordan Chapman sent multiple pictures and videos of his genitals through Snapchat to a 17-year-old. Madison County Schools tell us Chapman was a teacher at Madison Southern from the fall of 2015 until the spring of 2018. We also learned from Grayson County Schools that he was an employee there from July of last year until February of this year. He taught high school social studies. Community members in Pineville are helping out hospital employees who have been in a tough position working without paychecks. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks to a doctor and business owner who are helping them get by.
Meeting basic needs became a struggle for employees at Southeastern Kentucky Medical Center.
We've had a lot of high and lows the last 8 weeks especially.
While driving past the hospital Wednesday and seeing nurses outside, Dr. Ronald Dubin says he felt he needed to help them out after hearing about the issues.
Imagine working for almost 2 months, I think 7 weeks, without a paycheck. I figured if they don't have a source of income, one of the most important things is food.
Dr. Dubin says he gave a $50 gift card to the more than 100 full-time employees to the stores. And Long's Pick Pack and Long's One and Up is matching Dr. Dubin's generosity.
I know it's a mere pittance. I know it's a lot of money. They can't live on that very long. But it's an appreciation from us for what they do.
As they help employees get back on their feet. In Pineville, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Pineville City Council members met this afternoon at City Hall. Mayor Scott Maiden gave us a statement saying he hopes these issues are resolved soon. During a stop in Johnson County today, we caught up with Governor Matt Bevin's running mate, State Senator Ralph Alvarado. More than a week after the election, he says the Bevin-Alvarado camp is feeling confident that they have the right message for the people of Kentucky.
We feel good about where we're at, and we think it's going to be a stark contrast. We think the folks in Eastern Kentucky are going to hear the presentation of both platforms, and I think it'll be an obvious choice to support Governor Bevin again.
Bevin will, of course, face Attorney General Andy Beshear. The general election is November 5th. A consumer alert to pass along today. Rally's says a data breach affected some of its restaurants. 3 of them in Kentucky were hit. 2 of those locations are in central Kentucky. 1 is closer to Cincinnati. People with Rally's say someone installed malware on some of its cash registers. The location on Richmond Road in Lexington was hit between April 18th and 19th of this year. Data at the locations in Winchester and Erlanger was exposed between October of last year and this past April. If you ate at one of these restaurants, the company suggests that you double check your statements and request a credit report. A warning to parents, this video may be hard to watch. In the 4th inning at the Cubs-Astros game last night, the Cubs' Albert Almora Jr. hit a foul line drive into the stands. The baseball hit a young girl. You can see Almora was immediately distraught after the foul ball. In a photo, you can see the young fan in tears but alert, her father holding her. She was taken to a local hospital. It took several minutes for Almora, who was crying, to compose himself and continue batting. He says once the girl is well enough, he wants to reach out to her.
With God willing, I'll be able to have a relationship with this little girl for the rest of my life. Just prayers right now. And that's all I really can control.
Later in the game, Almora went back to the stands hoping for an update. A security guard consoled him when he broke into tears again. The Astros released a statement after the game saying their thoughts and prayers are with the family. The girl is expected to be okay. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, the measles outbreak is now at the greatest number of cases since 1994. We'll break down exactly what that means.
And a few more showers and storms expected tonight, but that severe threat is over. The cold front continues to push their area Friday, which will make for a pretty nice weekend. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
Students in Johnson County Middle School were honored here at the Johnson County Board of Education today for their work in getting a tobacco bill passed in the state legislature. Coming up, hear from a state senator and some of those students about their hard work.